All right, so I am ready to continue with this. I'm going to make a few changes to it, just thinking through how it's going to work. I'm going to add in another room called escape pod equals room. You are in the escape pod. There is a card reader here. Full stop. Okay, so what I've got is I've got the escape pods room. So you are in the escape pod bay. There is a wall of escape pods. Most of them have been used. One remains. There's a keypad here. And then the escape pod. I'm not actually going to connect that to anything. I'm going to make it appear or have a connection once they put in that key code. So yesterday I made it so that you could find the key codes from here. And I did do the if the search chef. And I think I need to copy this bit here up to the top. So this one here, if the current room equals the mess hall, I'll add that in there. If the current room equals the bridge, that should be elif. And then else print, there is no body here. Okay, of course I would need to also add this in here. So I'm not going to do that. I already did it yesterday for the chef, so making sure that the player doesn't already have the key card. And there is no, or there is nothing. I'll say there is no body here. Now you could come up with endless kind of if statements to make it make more sense, and that's up to you. There is no body here to search. But now I want to make it that they can get the key card. So I've said the key card is in the mess hall. We've got that actually. The pod code is hidden in the bridge. So we need to get the weapons code. So that is in a crate in the docking bay. So I'm just going to say down here, at when look crate, I should say look crate, at when search crate, at when open crate, def search y, search crate. All right, so this is what's going to happen. I might say print, first of all, if current room equals docking bay. I might need a variable, but I'm just going to check here if I would check that thing again to make sure it's not in the inventory and not on the floor. Those would be the things that I could do. I could also do it a different way, and I might do it this way in here. I'm going to have a variable in here, and I'm going to call it crate checked equals false. Capital F in Python for true and false. So crate checked equals false. Then down here, I'm going to have a global variable because I'm going to want to change this probably. Crate checked. If current room equals docking bay and crate checked equals false. Or another way to do this is a better way to do this is to say not crate checked. So if crate checked is equal false. Then I'll print open the crate and you open the crate and see a slip of paper with a code on it. You pick it up. Okay, now when this happens, crate checked equals true. Inventory dot add, and I'm going to add in the weapons code. How did I name that? I think I can just put the code, the thing in there, weapon code. And that will add it to the inventory. I'm going to put an else here, else print. We've already searched the crate. Okay, so let's test this now. I'll run it. Testing is an important part. Build it up bit by bit. Okay, you document that testing, you take a screenshot of it or show some evidence. Okay, I've got an error here. This error here indentation error. Unindent does not match any outer indent. And it's giving me, where is it giving me? This one here. Oh, that's because this here, I should just bring that back to there. That's kind of gone a bit funny. Should be like that. That if, then elif, then else, and then these are the ifs inside there. So we'll just run that again. Invalid syntax, if that's because it should be a double equal sign. There we go. All right, so I go west, I know the way here. Go west, go west. You're in the docking bay. There are a bunch of crates here. I type look, search. I'm going to type look crate. You open the crate and see a slip of paper with a code on it. You pick it up. Now, if I type inventory, I haven't actually done that bit, but I have got the thing. If I type search crate again, you've already searched the crate. Okay, so that's kind of working. I'm going to implement this inventory system now, and a few other things in here. So at when inventory def inventory. Already got the code written for this, so I'm going to just bring it up. It's going to be Sublime Text, and none of those keys work. They're already claimed. You can try them if you want. And where is my adventure lib thing? It's over this side somewhere. There it is. Inventory. So this is, I think, similar to what we did in class. Okay, you might want to change it a little bit, make it say something more interesting, or make it do it differently. It's up to you. But show inventory. Oops, I'll get rid of that. And it just says you have, and then if the length of the inventory is equal to 0, print nothing. But else, for everything in the inventory, say thing. Remember, this is just a variable. It could be X, it could be Y, it could be that. It doesn't matter as long as it's the same here. It's just giving everything in the variable a temporary name each time it loops through. So it's kind of going, okay, there's 6 things in here. I need to do it 6 times. The first time I'll give the apple the name thing, then I'll give the key card the name thing, then I'll give the weapons code the name thing, and then I'll give the chips the name thing, and it will say thing, whatever it is. So that's how that's working there. So that's all good. There is one other thing, which is it doesn't actually show me the exits. Now, I could write those in the descriptions here. Okay, it extends to the east, it extends further west. And I could go ahead and write in like rear hall, to the north is the mess hall, to the south is this. And that would be quite useful. But it's also handy, and I probably should do that, but it's also handy to put it into the look function, which I don't have here. So it says what items are here, but then I'm going to say for exit in current room dot exits. So that's a list of exits. I'm going to kind of build this up. Print. There are. Here's an interesting way of doing it. I'm just going to call this S equals a string. There are exits to the, and I'll do it this way. I'm going to, for exit in current room, S plus equals, so I'm going to add to S, I'm going to add to it, I'm going to add exit. And then at the end, S plus equals full stop. Okay, so what we've got here. There is actually a better way to do this. I can go s.join, and I'm pretty sure I can go current room dot exits, and I can join it with a comma. And then I can say S plus equals full stop on the end. I'll have a comma and a space. And I'll try this. This might not work, but we'll see what it does. And if you don't understand it, don't put it in. You don't need to do that. Join takes exactly one argument, 2 given. I always forget how to do this. s.join s. Let me quickly Google it. I'll just bring up a new window and Python join. String.join. I was certain there is a way that you can join with a thing, so let's just see what happens if I do that. Current room.exits, and I'll put the full stop on the end. So if I type look, that doesn't seem to work. Say current room. Oh, I haven't actually printed that. So print S. There are exits to the dot. Okay, so that doesn't make any sense. Oh, here we go. I think this might work now. There are exits to the west. Yep. Okay, so that's what I join it with, and then it's going to join all of the exits together using commas. So if I go west, it's going to say there are exits to the east, north, south, west. So that's working, and it looks better than just printing the current room.exits. There is probably a better way to do this to make it look a bit nicer in the code here, but it's up to you. Once again, do what you understand. Don't just repeat this, especially this code here. It's pretty messy, and I mean, if you put that in there, it's not going to impress me because it's just taken straight from here. But if you kind of take it and fiddle with it a little bit and see if you can make it look a bit nicer, then that shows me that you've got some understanding around that. If it's just word for word exactly the same, it's not really going to get you past achieved on that. But you can still put it in if you've got other things that you think have got you from merit to excellence, etc. So that's the look function, and I think probably I'm going to leave it there for today. I've done a little bit more. I can move around, I can see the exits, I can pick items up if they're in the room. I can type in inventory now. I don't have anything. If I go west, oh, I'm in the docking bay. Search crate. You open the crate and see a slip of paper with code on it. If I type inventory, you have weapon code. Look at weapon code. I don't understand that. Let's do that one really quick. Okay, so at when I want to be able to look at something, look at item, or at when examine item. These might be things that players type in. At def examine item if inventory.find item print item.description. Easy. Now this is actually going to give me an error, and some of you may have figured this out, and it's going to say something like, I'll just show you what it will say. So if I go west, open crate, okay, inventory, look at weapon code. Ooh. String object has no attribute description. Okay, so let me try and explain how this works. When I type look at item or examine item, the capitals here, Adventure Library knows, well, let's turn these capitals into a variable. So whatever I type there, weapon code in this case, gets gobbled up by this item variable and it becomes a string. Okay, so this string currently contains the words weapon code. Then I'm saying if inventory.find item, so weapon code, it does find it because it's one of the descriptions here. So it finds that. And then it says print weapon code.description, but this is not the item. This is just a string. This here is not the item. It's just a string that the player typed in. So I need to do a step in between there, okay, which is, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to go T equals. I think I can do this in Python. I'll just check. I may not, and if I can't do this, I'll have to do it a different way. Yeah, it doesn't let me do it in Python. Okay. So what I was trying to do is assign it at the same time as doing a check. But I am going to do it here. If inventory.find item, T, temporary, whatever, you can call it whatever you want. I'll call it I, equals inventory.find item. And then I can print I.description. So I actually have to get the item out of it. Then I can print its description. So I'll run this. Go west, open crate. I've already searched the crate. Well, that's a problem. Inventory. See, I found a bug there. Let's have a look at what that bug might be. And this is what programming is, okay? Testing, finding these bugs, solving them. But let's see what actually happened. When I typed open crate here, I was in the front hall, but let's go down to open crate. Some of you may have already picked this error up. Global crate checked. If current room equals docking bay and not crate checked, okay, that's the problem. I haven't actually searched the crate already. It's just saying you've already searched the crate. That should be an LF here. LF current room equals docking bay. Oops. Bay and crate checked. So if I say and crate checked, it's checking if it's true. I don't need to type equal true. Else print there is no crate here. All right, that should work. And let's just go back and run that through again. Go west, open crate. There is no crate here. All right, I need to go west again. Open crate, so that did work. Inventory, you have weapon code. Look at weapon code. It's a sheet of paper with the number 5632 on it. There we go, it works. Open crate, you've already searched the crate. All of that is working just as intended. I will leave it there though, because that actually went longer than I intended, but tomorrow I'll pick it up again and do a bit more.